Starting today, I'm giving you access to an incredible tool that shows the competitive potential of every Beyblade combo and individual part using real tournament results and thousands of data points. Not my opinion or my gut feeling, but using real, statistically significant data. Whether you want to use the strongest meta combos of the moment or find whatever combo for your off-meta blade that's going to work the best and make you most competitive, this is the clearest look at the data that we've ever had at what actually works. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Before we jump into that, I wanted to share some great news that I've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. What that means is there's a few new ways y'all can support the channel if you're inclined. If you want to become a certified member of the Anti-Wizard Wizard Club, you can now become a channel member. This grants you a special loyalty badge across my channel, videos, and comments, and you'll get a shout out in every single video I make while you're a member. And if you really want to support the channel, you can become a VIP member of the Anti-Wizard Wizard Club, which gives you all of those previous benefits and early access to all of my videos. You can become a member or change your membership at any time by clicking the join button right below this video or any other video on my channel. I've also gained access to Super Thanks. This is basically YouTube's way of allowing viewers to tip a creator if they really liked a specific video, which also lets you have a top pinned comment on the video as well. These new ways of supporting the channel are incredibly helpful and allow me to keep bringing you the latest and greatest Beyblade content directly to your feeds and to my local tournaments. That being said, please don't feel pressure to become a channel member or leave a super thanks if you don't have the means to. I am incredibly thankful for each and every one of you who clicks on my videos, likes, comments, subscribes, all that kind of stuff. This is just a couple of extra ways for those who have the means to and are interested in doing so to support the channel even more. And as a reminder, check out sponsors of the channel, Bays & Bricks and Noozle 3D. You can use code WIZARD at Bays & Bricks for 8% off your next purchase, including pre-orders for the new CX-07 Pegasus Blast, as well as the CX-08 Random Booster, which includes the new Cerberus Flame. You can also check out Noozle 3D for the best Beyblade 3D printed accessories. They offer things like dual launcher links for testing, slip grips, launcher levels, custom display stands, and so much more. Thanks again for using code WIZARD at Bays & Bricks and Noozle 3D for 8 and 10% off respectively. That's a great way to support the channel and get some awesome products in the meantime. Thanks for watching, and now let's get right back to the video. So, here's what I've been working on behind the scenes. Every time a WBO certified event happens, which by the way, WBO is the World Beyblade Organization, it's the largest organization for competitive Beyblade in general, the winners from those events post their combos in the Winning Combinations forum thread on the WBO website. And that thread is incredibly valuable to the community. It is the largest and most widespread record of what's actually winning in competitive Beyblade X right now. But here's the problem. While anyone can read the thread, it's incredibly hard to process the data in that thread in an efficient way. Each post is a forum post. You're only seeing one tournament at a time. It's not really meant to be something to look at in aggregate and really understand at scale what's happening at these WBO tournaments. There's no easy way to spot trends or dig into insights from the data, anything like that. That is until now with the free tool that I'm providing to the community. I've partnered with my incredibly smart and talented friend Joss to build a custom tool that scrapes that entire thread of winning combos. More than 50 pages at this point, going all the way back to January of 2024, to organize it in a way in a sheet that is accessible and useful to everyone in the community. The tool assigns what we're calling competitive points to every single unique combo that appears in that thread or in a given data set. And for larger data sets that cover a larger span of time or even the entire data set, there's weighting added to make sure that more recent results are given more point values than results from much longer ago. Recent results get weighed more heavily. So a combo that won last week is going to bring much more competitive points into the sheet than a combo that won a year ago, even if it's the same combo. This gives us a clear-cut, defined view of what's performing today without ignoring long-term consistency. And best of all, this tool allows you to break it down part by part. So if you want to know which combo for Wizard Rod is performing the best, or what ratchet or bits are most popular to use with Night Mail, you can do that with this tool. and it'll be data that's valid and statistically significant. Now, the custom-coded tool that we use to pull the data isn't quite ready to be released to the public. The data that we gather from this tool is. Just do keep in mind that the data itself is never going to be absolutely perfect. Due to the free-form way some people post the results in the thread, the tool may miss out on 1 or 2 data points if someone doesn't write in the correct way. But if we allow those posts in, that opens the door to some quality control issues, so we feel that the way it's coded right now captures as many valid results correctly as possible and still gives an accurate read of the meta in any given dataset. I'm going to be making this full dataset available starting right now in the link down below this video. And every single month following, I will be doing a month-to-month comparison of how the meta has shifted, what's trending, what's not, what's strong, what's gotten weaker, and updating the exact link down below with all of the new data for the full thread, as well as that new month's worth of data. Again, that link is right down below. If you want to click on that, bookmark it, do what you will, it's always going to be that link. So you know about the tool, you know about the philosophy, you know why we've made it. Let's start digging into some of the early findings. And I think the best way to go about this is a beginning level set, a full look at the entire dataset from the very beginning all the way up until the very end of June 2025. This is a full, weighted view with recency bias by design of every single competitive combo and part that has defined the Beyblade X meta up until now. To kick things off, your top combos, unsurprisingly, are Wizard Rod 960 Ball and Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate. And frankly, for everything else, it's not even close. Your third top combo overall is Phoenix Wing 160 Rush, but that combo is only a third as competitive as Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate in second place if you're going by competitive points. Not only that, but every single one of the top 10 combos uses either Wizard Rod, Cobalt Dragoon, or Phoenix Wing. The first blade that makes the top combos list that is not one of those three is Tyranno Beat in 12th place, running that 160 Rush combo. I took a look and found some other blades in the combos list that are often thought of as powerhouses in the meta to see where they place in the overall combo strength ranking. In 15th place is Aero Pegasus, with its top combo being 160 Low Rush. Silver Wolf's top combo, 960 Free Ball, comes in at a solid 19th place. My personal favorite Nightmail on 160 Rush comes in at 27th place. Another fan favorite, Drawn Buster, comes in at 42nd place on 160 Low Flat, followed closely by Drawn Buster 160 Rush in 44th place. Now what's really interesting is newcomer Hover Wyvern, even accounting for the entire dataset, sneaks into the top 100 at 57th place with 160 Low Rush. To round out the top 100, I've got a few other blades with their strongest performing combos here on my little iPad. We've got Whale Wave 160 Low Rush, Scorpio Spear 360 Rush, Shark Edge 360 Low Flat, Unicorn Sting 960 Ball, and Golem Rock 160 Hexa. All of those blades are very popular in the meta and have found their way into the top 100 unique combos of this list. Now, looking at the blades in particular, there are some interesting differences where the blades place versus the overall combos list and the rankings that came out of that. Now, Wizard Rod does still reign completely supreme in first place with over 5,800 competitive points and over 2,400 uses historically in the thread. Second and third place take a swap though, with Phoenix Wing taking second place with over 4,100 competitive points and over 2,100 recorded uses. Cobalt Dragoon takes that third place spot with over 3,600 points and 1,300 uses. Now, the next three strongest blades are far and away much lower in performance compared to the top three. These next three are Tyranno Beat, Silver Wolf, and Aero Pegasus in 4th, 5th, and 6th place respectively. And after those three blades, we get the first sub 1,000 point blade in Nightmail at 7th place. Rounding out the top 10 blades, we've got newcomer Scorpio Spear, Golem Rock, and Drawn Buster. Honorable mention to the assist blades category, where Slash was used a grand total of 37 times, beating out Jaggy, but it's looking like Jaggy is going to be quick to catch up as a bit more time goes on and people have more access to it. Taking our attention to ratchets, there is really no surprises here. Every single top performing ratchet is 60 height. The best performing ratchets are 960, 160, and 360. Although newcomer 660 does sneak into the top above any other 70, 80, or non-60 height ratchet. Now outside of 60 height ratchets, 770 and 970 do see some competitive results and use as well. Niche favorites like 570 and 370 as well as 455 do fall a little bit behind that 770 and 970. Effectively, any ratchet that I have not mentioned already just doesn't see meaningful competitive play. Now onto the bits, and this is honestly really interesting to me because bits can take a subpar blade and really turn it into a powerhouse. First of all, Rush is magic. Rush blows every single other bit out of the water, and it's not close. Rush has over 4,000 competitive points attributed to it, with the next highest one being Ball, with just over 3,100 competitive points. Followed behind Rush and Ball are Low Rush, Elevate, and Hexa. Followed by Hexa, we see a steeper drop-off with Level and Point, another drop-off with Free Ball, and every single other bit coming in much lower than that, frankly being niche or borderline irrelevant in terms of competitive play. Now keep in mind there are some new bits that do perform very well, like Kick, Low Orb, Wedge, stuff like that are definitely seeing a rise, and you'll get a better gauge of their performance when looking at a smaller, more recent data set, which is what we're about to jump into next. Now that we've seen the data set at large, I wanted to focus in on June, this past month, and do a comparison in how things have shifted between May and June to get a gauge on where the meta is headed. For context, we had a total of 601 unique combos listed in June, with 608 in May, so a relatively comparable sample size. Now looking at the top 10 combos for June, we do see continued dominance from Wizard Rod, Cobalt Dragoon, and Phoenix Wing, but not without some shifts in playstyle. Some significant growth can be seen from Wizard Rod on 960 Free Ball, rising 4 ranks compared to May. At the same time, various versions of Phoenix Wing on Point seem to be growing pretty rapidly compared to May as well. Now, if you're like me, you've probably heard the gospel of Wizard Rod on Hexa, and the data is echoing this. Wizard Rod on Hexa has grown in popularity and secured the 3rd strongest overall combo in June, up from rank 4 in May. Now, Wizard Rod on 160 Hexa is by and far the most competitive version of Rod on Hexa and has seen significant growth through and through, but variations that use 9, 5, and 60 height, or 9, 5, and 6-sided 60 height ratchets are also growing as well. Now, looking at Cobalt Dragoon, it's not surprising, you're not going to see it anywhere close to the top 10 combos like you normally would if Elevate didn't exist. Every single variation of Cobalt Dragoon that is in the top scoring combos is using Elevate. The strongest Cobalt Dragoon combo that doesn't use Elevate is 760 Level, and that hits rank 49, which is a far cry from where all the other Elevate using combos sit. And that specific combo also fell 29 ranks from where it was at in May. Now everyone likes to dog on Phoenix Wing because there's Pegasus and there's Scorpio and there's these other newcomers that are heavy hitters that try to take its spot in the meta, but the data doesn't lie. Phoenix Wing is still an amazing meta contender and takes up 4 of the top 10 combo spots in June. All of these Phoenix Wing combos on Rush or Low Rush, mind you. Now your strongest combos outside of those 3 blades are Tyranno Beat on 160 Rush in 13th place, though the 960 variant of that combo did climb 66 ranks from its place in May, leaving it in 17th place in the list. Aero Pegasus on 160 Low Rush sits at parity with Tyranno Beat on 160 Rush, keeping a stable presence from where it was at in May. Now looking at some more recently released blades, Scorpio Spear has firmly landed in the hands of pretty much most bladers at this point and has seen a significant rise in competitive play, with some combos of Scorpio Spear rising over 100 ranks from May to June. Though keep in mind the strongest Scorpio Spear combo, 360 Rush, still only comes in at 40th place. Now if you're thinking about CX, well, there's one blade and one combo that truly does rise above the rest. Drawn Brave on Slash 360, low flat? Yeah, that combo, it raised 100 ranks from May to June, ending at 69th place. Nice.
Nice.
The rest of the CX combos, including any and all variations that use brush or jaggy, fall outside of the top 100 and really just don't perform that well. Although you're welcome to try them, because it is nice to see Reaper finally get a few podium finishes this time around. Now, Hover Wyvern does cement itself as a top meta pick right now, coming in at 21st place, which is an 8-way tie, mind you. It's most successfully run on 160 low rush and is the 7th most competitive blade, period. It sits behind the top 3 blades alongside Tyranno Beat, Silver Wolf, Arrow Pegasus, and is tied with Nightmail in terms of competitiveness for the blade only. Finally, here's just a few combos that maybe weren't the most competitive, but definitely caught my eye in the dataset. Our strongest combo using the new, highly competitive Kick bit is Arrow Pegasus 160 Kick, and it comes in at 21st place, which is an improvement from May. Various gear bits come within spitting distance of the top 100 combos, including Phoenix Wing on Gear Flat and the new Gear Rush. And lastly, for a little segment I want to include in all of these monthly meta roundups is a combo that just made me say, how did you make this work?
How do you do that? How do you do that?
So reading off my iPad here, we've got Croc Crunch 270 Taper. Flame One out in Texas, whoever you are, I salute you. If you know who that is, send them this video. So that's most of what caught my eye on this initial run through of the full data set as well as the monthly comparison from May to June. But I would love to know what else I should be looking into or what you've found in the dataset, which is again, linked right down below this video that I can talk about in my next video. I know there's so many people smarter than me out there, so please take a look at the data. Let me know what you find most interesting in the comments below. I would love to talk about it in the comments and hear what you guys have to say. I'm just generally curious if you guys like this kind of video, if this tool is useful for the community, if this is something I should be spending time on. It was a lot of time and energy to get the tool where it stands today and to bring it to you, and it's going to continue to be a lot of time and energy to update it regularly, but I'm happy to do that for y'all if it's useful. So please let me know down below if you do find it useful, and share this video with your friends who might also find it useful as well. Don't forget to like the video if you liked the video, and subscribe down below if you haven't already for the best Beyblade X content in your feed very, very soon. Remember to check out the channel sponsors Bays and Bricks and Newsel 3D using code WIZARD for 8 and 10% off respectively. It's an amazing way to help the channel. And if you really enjoyed this video, consider becoming an Anti-Wizard Wizard Club member down below by hitting the join button, or leaving a super thanks by hitting the thanks button down below. It's deeply appreciated and goes a long way to supporting this channel. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Ryan with Anti-Wizard Wizard Club, and welcome to the club.